Okay, welcome, guys. This is the third review for the third class of our beginning bridge. And all of you are embarking on your bridge career, so it's very exciting. So far, we've learned about the basics of bridge, how it works, what the mechanics of it are, how to value your hand, etc. And then we learned how to start the bidding. That was the week before last. What to do when you have a major suit, how to do that bidding. And this past week, we added the rest of the bidding to it, mainly the minor suit bidding. But now that we've put it all together, this is all the basic bids you need to play bridge, except for no trump, which we're going to talk about starting tomorrow. So let's look at some of our handouts. And okay, and talk about what we've known so far, what we've learned so far. So the first thing we have is the bidding ladder. Does everybody see the bidding ladder on the screen?
No, there's something else. It's a convert meeting recording.
Okay,
No.
so you can't see this one yet. Okay, hang on. Okay, now let me go back and see. Okay, now can you see it? The bidding ladder?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Good, good. All righty. So on the bidding ladder, we talked about the fact that bidding starts with one club, or at least the lowest is one club. It can start anywhere on the ladder, and that you always move up the ladder as you're bidding. Goes around the table one at a time. You can pass. You don't have to bid, but every subsequent bid needs to be higher than the one before it. Not immediately higher. You could skip, but it always has to be higher. We can never go back down the ladder. We always have to be going up the ladder. We noted that there are points on the ladder that we're kind of aiming for. And the reason we aim for those points on the bidding ladder in our conversation we're having with our partner of bidding is because we would like to get to 3 no trump, 4 hearts, or 4 spades, because those are game in bridge. When you learn the scoring in bridge, it will make sense why that's true. But I don't like to, make you guys have to learn scoring when you've got enough other stuff to worry about right now. So just take my word for it that you will get a lot of extra points if you can bid up to the 3 level, 3 no trump, or up to the 4 level, 4 hearts or 4 spades. You also get more points if you bid even higher. 5 clubs or 5 diamonds are a game in the minor suits, but we don't like bidding those because if we bid 5 clubs or 5 diamonds, we can only lose 2 tricks. That's hard to do. And so sometimes we belong there. If we have enough points and we've got really strong clubs or diamonds and we can't bid no trump, we might want to be there, but generally, no. Generally, we think about the level of 3 no trump, 25 points for a 3 no trump game, 25 or 26 points for 4 hearts or 4 spades. Now, notice that if we bid this high up on the bidding ladder, like 26 points to be at the 4 level, 24, 25 to bid at the 3 level, that's a lot of points. So we may find as we bid back and forth with our partner that we don't have that many points. If we don't have that many points, and we can see that right away, we want to stop as quick as we can because we only get the extra points by bidding the 3 no trump, the 4 hearts, or 4 spades. If we can't bid those and try to get those bonus points by bidding to that level, then we will just settle for bidding below here. And the score for bidding 1 diamond and making 3 diamonds is the same as the score for bidding 3 diamonds and making 3 diamonds. So
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, the score, if you bid one diamond and make three diamonds, you get the same score as if you bid three diamonds and make three diamonds. So same score. The difference is if you bid one diamond and don't quite make it to three, you don't lose points. You still get the points for the either one diamond or two diamonds that you made. If you bid three diamonds and you can't make three diamonds, you lose points. So stop as low as you can down the bidding ladder to take the pressure off yourself to get that high. So stop as soon as you know. Remember that when we're bidding, it's a conversation that goes back and forth between you and your partner. Your partner, of course, is the best friend you have at the table. You guys will be communicating. And as you're communicating, what you're trying to decide is how high up that bidding ladder do we want to be? Do we want to be at one? Can we get to the three or the four level based on our points, what we're telling each other back and forth? So we're trying to answer the question of how high. We're also trying to answer the question of where. How high should we be and where? What should we be bidding? Should we be bidding a club, a heart, a diamond, a spade, a no trump? Where? What strain should we be bidding? A suit or no trump? And what we look for to decide where we should be is, do we have a magic fit? A magic fit is 8 in a suit. That's our magic number, 8. If we can find 8 in a suit between me and my partner, we have a fit in that suit. If the fit is in hearts or spades, the major suits, we want to play in hearts or spades. If the fit is in clubs or diamonds, we probably want to play in no trump because we only have to bid to the 3 level to make a game there. We have to bid to the 5 level to make a game with clubs or diamonds. The only time we would want to go to 5 clubs or 5 diamonds is if we have the 29 points we need, which is a lot, and we know that we have gaps in other suits. Maybe we have a really good club suit, but we can tell from the bidding that we probably don't have hearts or spades, that they can take a lot of tricks in that. In that case, we can't bid no trump. So in that case, we would bid 5 clubs or 5 diamonds to keep them from taking tricks at no trump. No trump has the advantage of being lower down the bidding ladder, but it has the disadvantage of if opponents have high cards in suits, they're going to win those and they can run along suit. After you've been playing bridge for a while, you will find that you will sometimes bid 3 no trump and the opponents will take 5 or 6 tricks before you even get to play a trick. So that's the danger of no trump. Benefit is it's low, it's cheap. Danger is you can lose control real easy. So in the hierarchy of things, we're really looking, our first choice, hopefully what we can do is find that we can bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. That's what we're looking for in our bidding. Our fallback position is if we can't do that, then we'll play 3 no trump. If we can't do that, but we have a lot of points, we might do 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. And if we don't have enough points, if we can see we don't have at least 25 or 26 points between us, we'll stop as low down the bidding ladder as we can, still wanting it to be hearts or spades if we can find that fit, because hearts and spades are worth more points than clubs or diamonds. So that's kind of why the things are structured the way they are, why the bidding works the way it does, what our choices are as we're bidding. It's because of the bidding ladder and the way the scoring works. The bidding ladder tells us how high we should be, and we also need to decide where we should be, and the where we should be, we give priority to hearts and spades. That's what we'd like to find. If we can't do that, then we'll do no trump if we think all the suits are okay. If we can't do that, then last choice, we'll do clubs or diamonds. So then let's focus on our bidding, just what we bid. You guys can all see this thing now that has the big blue box at the top for opener.
Yes.
Make sure I didn't lose you in my moving around. Okay, so let's talk the top bid, top box on this page. It's the handout you got last week. And I didn't send those handouts to you, did I? I should have. I'll send those with the link to the meeting today. I'll send that this handout to you. But I did give them out in class last week. So if you are the opener, this box is for you, okay? We have a priority for choosing the opening bid, okay? What we're going to bid. Our first choice of what to bid when we look at our hand, if we're going to open one of something, one club, one heart, one diamond, one spade, one no trump, we're going to be somewhere between 13, at least 13 points, and up to 21 points. If we have 22 or more points, there's a special bid for that. It's 2 clubs. 2 clubs doesn't mean anything about clubs. It's just an alert bid that means, hey, I've got a big hand, partner. Let's talk about it. And there's some special responses for that. And then after the 2 club bid and your partner says something, you'll name your suit. So there's some special bidding over 2 clubs. And we're not talking about it. It's not part of the beginner class. Just want you to know it does exist. In our beginner class, when we're talking about opening the bidding, if we open one of something, we are saying that we have between 13 and 21 points. Now, we can open anywhere on the bidding ladder. It's not unusual to open at the 2 level or the 3 level, sometimes even the 4 level, but those bids all have special meanings. There's something other than a 13 to 21 opening hand. If you bid 2 hearts, you're promising less than an opening hand and 6 points. If you take the second half of this class in April, we'll talk about those kind of bids. But in the beginning class, we're only talking about opening at the 1 level. If you open at the 1 level, you've got 13 to 21 points. Okay, so you open one of a suit. However, there's a choice between 13 to 21 points of what you're going to bid. Heart, club, spade, diamond, no trump. Your first choice of what to bid, if you can bid it, is to bid a no trump. And a no trump is an exact range. Instead of 13 to 21, it's 15 to 17. It's limited. There's some other rules about that, which we'll learn tomorrow when we talk about no trump bidding, which is our topic for tomorrow. So that's our first choice to bid, if we can bid it. If we can't bid that, then we bid a major suit if we have 5 in the suit. We have to have 5 in the suit to bid hearts or spades. But that's our second choice. If we can't do no trump and we have 5 hearts or 5 spades, we're going to bid that. If we can't do either one of those, then we name our best minor suit. Our best minor suit. If you don't have a 5-card major suit, you don't have a no trump hand, and if you've got either a good club or a diamond suit, you bid that. If one of them is longer, you've got 5 diamonds and 4 clubs, you bid the diamonds. You bid the better suit. But when you have to make a decision is when you have 2 equal length suits in the minor suits. In the minor suits, if you are trying to decide what to bid, if you are 4-4 in the minor suit, you will bid a diamond. If you just have 3-3, 3 clubs and 3 diamonds, you bid clubs. So 4-4 diamonds, 3-3 clubs. If you follow these rules, that you open no trump if you have it, 5-card major if you have it, 4-4 you bid diamonds, 3-3 clubs, otherwise you bid your best minor suit. Then 95, actually it's 96% of the time you open 1 diamond, you will have 4 diamonds. Mostly when you open a club, you will have 4 clubs, but in the situation where it's 4, 4, 3, 2, you may have just 3 diamonds. That's the small percentage, the 4% of the time you have that layout of that hand. The only bid to make with that is 1 diamond, even though you have 3 of them. 95, 96% of the time you'll have 4. Okay, so that is our opening bid,
Sally?
Yeah.
What if you have 15 to 17, but you have an unbalanced hand?
Then
Is it
we can't bid no trump. And we'll talk tomorrow about what exactly a balanced hand is.
okay?
Okay. Because a lot of times you will have 16 or 17 points and you'll bid a harder spade because you've got 5. And so you might want, or 6, you might want to bid that instead. But we bid no trump when we can, and you'll learn more tomorrow on that. Okay, let's drop down then to the responder part, because that gives us the first bid of the opener. First thing they say. So now let's, and that's kind of straightforward, right? If you open your hand and you've got 13 to 21 points, somewhere in that range, you think, can I bid a no trump? No. Do I have 5 cards or 5 spades, 5 hearts or 5 spades? No. Then I bid my best minor suit. It's pretty cut and dry. You do one of those things to open the bidding. Then there's some choices afterwards, but just making your first bid, it's pretty cut and dried. Not a lot of ifs, ands, and buts there. So your partner has opened one of something, a club, a diamond, a heart, or a spade. We'll talk about no trump tomorrow. Club, a diamond, a heart, or a spade. You need to decide, look at your hand now as a responder and decide what to bid. The first part is you don't even say anything unless you have 6 points. You just pass. You're done. You say nothing. So that's easy. But if you are going to bid something, you need to decide what to bid. If you've got 6 points or more, you got to bid something. So you need to decide what to do. Your first option is to raise your partner's suit if you have support for partner's major suit. If they've opened a heart or a spade and you have 3 in the suit, that's support. That's our magic fit, right? They've got 5, we've got 3. That's our 8, the magic fit we were talking about. So you will bid the major suit if partners bid a major suit and you have support for the major suit. If partners bid a major suit and you don't have support for the major suit, then you're going to bid your own major suit if you have it. This thing is not cooperating with me. Just pretend I've half highlighted major suit, okay? Just pretend that. So if you can't raise partner's suit, but you have a major suit of your own, that's your second choice of what to do. You bid that 4-card major suit. Bid the 4-card major suit. If you don't have your own 4-card major suit, then you bid the appropriate level of no trump. Hey, look, I got it. Bid the appropriate level of no trump, which we'll talk about in just a minute. And if you can't do any of those things, then you either bid your own minor suit or raise your partner's minor suit. You know, we talked about the fact we don't like minors. They're our last choice of things to do. To bid, you're our last choice of things to do to respond. One thing I want you to remember, though, is as a responder, if you have 6 points, bid something. I had you all in class last week give me the pledge that if you have 6 points, you will respond. You will never say to me, Sally, I had 8 points and I didn't know what to bid, so I passed. Okay? Not acceptable. You need to find something to bid with 6 or more points if partner has opened and no one else is bidding. Okay? Partner's open, you've got 6 points, you will bid something. So that's the priority for choosing your bid. Support partner's major suit if you can. If he's not bid one or you can't support him, bid your own major suit. If that's not an option, bid no trump. If that's not an option because you have really distributional voids, singletons, whatever, then bid or raise partner's minor suit. So let's focus on the major opener, okay? Your partner has opened 1 heart or 1 spade. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. If partner opens 1 heart or 1 spade, they've got between 13 and 21 points, and they've got 5 hearts or spades. So if you have support, 3 card support or more, pretend I've highlighted 3 plus. Drive me crazy today. If you have support, that's this column right here. If you have support, you're going to do one of these things. This is our first priority, raising partner suit. 0 to 5, we pass. We don't have to bid. With 6 to 9, we will just raise to the 2 level. Raise 1 level. 1 heart, 2 hearts. 1 spade, 2 spades. They've got 5. We've got at least 3. We've got our magic fit. And we will tell partner how many points we have by making this first bid. Now, we also have kind of a weird bid here, the weak freak. That's where we have 6 to 9 points, but 5 in partner suit. If we've got at least 5, he's got 5, we've got 5, we've got a ton of that suit. We just jump to 4. That's what the weak freak is. Jump to 4 in the suit. You don't have many points, just 6 to 9, but you cut the opponents out of the bidding. You have a good chance of making it or not going down too much. And you'll learn in the competitive bidding class about the rule that we're using to make this bid. In this class, you don't have to worry about the rules so much. Just remember, because it's the only one that's like this in Beginning Bridge. Just remember, if you've got that weird situation, you can jump to 4. If you forget that rule, it's not terrible to just bid 2. But the better bid, if you have 5, would be to jump to 4. If you have 10 to 12, then you're going to raise to the 3 level. So 1 heart, 3 hearts, not 1 heart, 2 hearts, 1 heart, 3 hearts. We jumped a level. That shows 10 to 12 points and at least 3 cards in your partner's suit. Support. That's called a limit raise, if you want to make a note of that. It's not something you have to know, but you hear limit raises referred to. And limit raises mean kind of an invitational. You've limited your hand. You don't have quite enough for game, but you've got more than a minimum. So that's called a limit raise. 10 to 12 points, 1 heart, 3 hearts, 1 spade, 3 spades. If you've got a big hand, 13 or more points, you should be at game because partner opens with 13 points. If we've got 13 points, that's 26 points. We are up at the 4 level on the bidding ladder. And the 4 level on the bidding ladder for hearts or spades is 4 hearts or 4 spades. So we just jump to game. We should be getting that game bonus. However, we don't just jump to game because remember this weak freak bid? That was jumping to game. So if it goes 1 heart, 4 hearts, that's weak. That's a weak bid. So we don't want to do that if we have the opening hand. We don't want to make that weak freak bid. That's weak. We want to make a stronger bid. And the only stronger bid that we can make is just bid a new suit. If you know that you belong in 4 hearts or 4 spades, don't jump there. Just bid a new suit. Partner will have to bid again. The opener will have to make another bid. And when the opener makes his second bid, he'll start limiting his hand. So you will start knowing how high you belong. If he's open and you have 13 points, the how high is at least 4. But it might be 6 or 7 where there's even more bonus points. We don't talk about that a lot in this class, but that's why we do this. That's why we just bid a new suit, is so we can wait to hear partner's second bid. So then we know, okay, we just belong at 4 hearts and no more. We're okay. And then you bid 4 hearts or 4 spades. Okay. So with support, with this 3-card support, partners open to major suit. You raise 1 level with 6 to 9. You jump a level with 10 to 12. And with 13 or more, you know you belong at game, but you just bid a new suit to start. And wait to hear what your partner says. Then you jump to 4 hearts or 4 spades, or do something else depending on the situation. But in general, your next bid is going to be jumping to 4 hearts or 4 spades. Okay, so that's the major suit opener. We talked about that week before last. Here's the new stuff now that we need to add. And this is that second column. And that's for when partner has opened a minor suit or they've opened a major suit that you don't have any support for. So either way, you're going to do one of these things. If you have 6 to 9, well, 0 to 5, you still just pass. You don't have to respond to partner unless you have 6 points. 0 to 5, pass. 6 to 9, though, you want to make a minimum bid. So a minimum bid is a new suit or 1 no trump. Now,
You don't have to worry about having a balanced hand or anything like that for the no trump bid.
not in this case. Ordinarily, yes, a no trump requires a balanced hand or stoppers in any suit that the opponents bid. This is the only no trump, though, where it doesn't require that. And the reason it doesn't is this 1 no trump at that lowest level is just a catch-all bid. It says, partner, I have a few little points over here that can help you. I want to let you know about them, but I don't have anything else to bid. And the reason you might not have anything else to bid is because to bid a new suit at the 2 level, you have to have 10 to 12 points. So if partner says a heart and you've got a good diamond suit, unless you've got at least 10 points, you can't say 2 diamonds. So if you don't have hearts, and if you don't have 4 spades, if you've got 10 to 12 points, 6 to 9 points, you need to say something. And the only thing you can say is 1 no trump. And because that is such a catch-all bid, which just means partner, I got nothing else to bid. That's why it doesn't have too many other restrictions on it. It's not required to be balanced. Now, if you bid a new suit at the 1 level, so if partner has bid a diamond and I bid a heart at the 1 level, I've got at least 6 points, but I could have a bunch more points. I don't jump around. Even if I have 13 points and hearts, I don't jump around. So a new suit at the 1 level just shows at least 6. It doesn't show more, but it could be a lot more. It's not limiting the hand. A new suit does not limit the hand. It just continues the bidding. Let's keep going, partner, and see where we get. Now, if I have 10 points or more, then I can bid a new suit at the 2 level. So in that case, 1 heart, 2 diamonds, I could bid that if I have 10 or more points. If I have less than 10 points, I've got to bid a no trump. But if I have more than 10 points, I can bid those diamonds at the 2 level. But if I don't bid a spade, because remember, one of our priorities up here was bidding our own 4-card major suit. If I skip over that number 2 up here for priorities, if I skip over a major suit, I say I don't have 4 in it. So if it goes 1 heart, 2 diamonds, I do not have 4 spades. If I had 4 spades, it would have gone 1 heart, 1 spade. Okay. So if I have 4, I bid it. If I don't, then I'm going to bid something else. Another thing I could bid at that level is 2 no trump. 2 no trump is a balanced hand in 10 to 12 points. Or I can bid a new suit, because remember, a new suit doesn't limit my hand at all. A new suit, but I've got at least 10 points if I'm at the 2 level. Or if partner bid a minor suit, I can jump in his minor suit. So it could go 1 diamond, 3 diamonds. If I have like 11 points and I've got 4 or 5 diamonds and I don't have 4 hearts or 4 spades, and my hand's too distributional, kind of, I've got some shortness, along with my length, then I'm going to raise his diamonds instead of bidding no trump. But I would like to bid no trump if I can. If my hand is pretty balanced, I've got some cards in the other suits besides the one that he bid, hopefully some face cards in there, and I've got 10 to 12 points, that's the most descriptive bid I can make. And we are always trying to find the best way to communicate with our partner as we move up the bidding ladder. So when I can make a very descriptive bid that says exactly one thing, I will do that. And especially since my priority is either a major suit or no trump, not the minor suit. So if I can bid no trump, I will, or a new suit. If I've got 13 points or more, then I can bid 3 no trump if I'm really balanced. I have 13 or more points and I don't have support for partner suit, but I've got good cards in the other suit. Then I can just jump to 3 no trump. That's a good descriptive bid. Otherwise, I'm probably going to have to bid a new suit. Now you look up here, see, I bid a new suit at the 6 to 9 level, a new suit at the 10 to 12 level, a new suit at the 13 level. Bidding a new suit doesn't say a lot. Bidding a new suit is just continuing the bidding, trying to find both the how high and the where, trying to answer both those questions. If I bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump, I'm answering the how high and where question at the same time. Any of the bids that I made that have these asterisks, or no, not asterisks, any of the bids that I make that are limiting my hand to a certain range, partner doesn't have to bid again. So if I raise to 2 or 3 over partner's opening major, I've limited my hand 6 to 9 or 10 to 12. Partner doesn't have to get bid again because partner can answer the how high and where questions at that point. Or if I bid 1 no trump, 2 no trump, or 3 no trump, or jump in partner's minor suit, I have limited my hand. Partner doesn't have to bid again. They could if they wanted to, but they don't have to bid again. So when I've limited my hand to an exact range, partner doesn't have to bid again. That is called a non-forcing bid. They don't have to bid again. They're not forced to bid again. But it's important to note that if I do not limit my hand, basically by bidding a new suit, because that's the bid I can make that really says nothing, says 6 points or more. That's all it says. That is not limiting at all. Partner needs to bid again. His partner has no idea how many points they have, 6 or 16. He doesn't know. So he has to bid again to give me a chance to bid again. That's the idea, and it's in the middle of your page here about non-forcing versus forcing bids. Now, these can get kind of hairy, but the main thing you need to remember is a non-forcing bid is to raise your suit, raise your partner's suit, or bid the lowest no trump. All of those bids are things that limit your hand. They describe your hand in a narrow range. Just raising your suit, just raising partner's suit, or bidding the lowest no trump are all minimal bids, no matter if they're made by an opener as their second bid or by the responder. So when a non-forcing bid is made, your partner can stop. But if you make a forcing bid, they have to bid again. Questions on that?
Well, so when we talked about weak freak under the other column, the major opener, and let's say somebody opens one of something and we have enough points to go straight to the game, but you said, no, we have to bid at the 3 level.
Right.
And then we'll come back. Is that the same, that scenario holds with the minor opener as well?
That's right. If you bid a new suit, partner's got to bid again. That's why we feel confident over here when we know we belong in game, when we have support for partner and 13 points, we know we belong at the how high and the where is at least 4 hearts or 4 spades. But because we have bid a new suit, partner's got to bid again. They cannot pass. So when they bid again, we'll find out more about their hand, and then we'll know how high we should go, whether it's time to stop the bidding at 4 hearts or 4 spades. That would be our next bid. Or whether we need to do more if partner has a larger hand.
But that holds true under the column to the right. If they had a minor opener,
That's
and
right.
we were ready to go to game, we don't jump straight to game unless it's no trump.
Unless it's no trump, because that's a very descriptive thing, and partner is then not required to bid again. If we jump to 2 no trump or 3 no trump the game, they're not required to bid again because we've told them what we have. So they can just take that and go, oh, okay, we're good. Let's stay there.
Okay.
Now let's look back up, because this does kind of beg the question. What does partner do when we've thrown it back at him? When we have bid this new suit, or we've bid something that doesn't limit our hand so that partner needs to bid again? Well, the opener, who has between 13 and 21 points, needs to start telling us what level they are. Are they at the minimum, 13 to 15, medium, 16 to 18, or highest level, 19 to 21? So when it comes back to their time to bid, they've bid one of something, we've bid one of something, or maybe even 2 of something, depending. Then their next bid needs to show one of these levels. If they are at the minimum level, they're going to rebid their suit, raise their partner's suit, bid a new suit, or bid the lowest no trump. So raising your suit, raising your partner's suit, or bidding no trump all show minimum hands. That's a message to partner. Put on the brakes here. At least listen to me. I've got a minimum hand. I've got nothing more to offer you other than what I told you with my first bid, that I had at least 13 points. If you're in a little bit better situation, 16 to 18, then you're going to jump in your suit, jump in partner's suit, or bid a new suit. This reverse is just a new suit. We're not going to talk about it a lot. It is a bid where you bid higher up the bidding ladder than your original bid. But don't worry about that right now. Let's just, any new suit you bid counts, okay? So notice, for 13 to 15, we can bid a new suit. 16 to 18, we can bid a new suit. So a new suit doesn't limit the opener's hand. Remember, a new suit didn't limit the responder's hand, right? It doesn't say what level we were at. We could have been at any of the levels and bid a new suit. Same thing for this. If we bid a new suit, we opened with something, partner bid something, and we bid now a third suit, nothing is limited still. We're still in our conversation to figure out how high and where we belong.
But wait a minute. So if the opener, when it's their turn again, bids a new suit, they haven't told you if it's minimum or medium.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying. It is not limited. It could be 13 to 15. It could be 16 to 18. So what it is 13 to 18. It's open. It's not a maximum, probably, because the maximum 19 to 21 is a jump shift. Jump up a level and go to a new suit. That would be something like one diamond opener, one heart by partner, just promises 6, 2 spades by me. I could have bid 1 spade. Instead, I jumped up a level to the 2 level and I bid a new suit, spades. That shows a very strong hand, 19 to 21 points. We don't use it very often because we can make partner bid again by bidding a new suit. Partner is going to have a tendency to bid again, although technically he could pass. Because if he is at the minimum and you could be at the minimum, your partner can pass the new suit, but it's rare that they do because you want to bid again. His partner's unlimited. So that's very rare. Oops. Okay. So these are the next bid that you will make after your partner has bid. So this helps you decide, your partner decides. See, this knowing where you are goes back and forth during the bidding process. The first person who knows where your limits are, how high and the where, that person goes to that level. So sometimes going to that level means passing because you're at the level where you know you belong. Sometimes it means just jumping up to a new level. That's how partner opens 1 heart. I bid 1 spade. That just promises 6 points or more, right? And says, I've got 4 spades. Partner bids 2 hearts. So it's gone 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 hearts. Well, when he says 2 hearts, he's rebid his suit. So he has to be in this lowest level here. So I then jump to 4 hearts. That would show that my original spade bid was just a new suit, but I actually did have 3 of partner's hearts. And I knew from the beginning we belonged at 4 hearts. I was just waiting to hear him describe his hand. Does that make sense to everybody? That the responder is usually the first person to know how high and where, because the opener bids a wide range. The responder may bid a wide range, so partner doesn't know what to do. But the second bid by the opener limits their hand. Once that limit has taken place, then the responder knows where to go. Sometimes the opener is the first one to go, to know, because the opener opens and the responder makes a limiting bid. No trump or raising partner suit. Those are the 2 kind of limiting bids that exactly describe your hand. Well, if I've done that, then the opener is the first one that knows how high and where, and they can pass. They don't have to make this next bid describing their hand. if I've limited my hand, opener can decide we're done and just pass. Does this concept make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Bidding is always a conversation going back and forth between the partners. Each bid should show the best description of your hand that you're required to make. And whoever is the first one to know the answer to the how high and where question puts the contract there, either by passing, because that's as far as we need to go, or by bidding game, whatever needs to happen. They know the how high and where. Whoever knows that first goes there. He who knows goes. So as the bidding goes back and forth, you'll be describing your hands, and then the first person who knows where that is can pass or can jump to that level if that's what they know. If they jump to a level like that, then the partner doesn't bid again because they can see that partner is just picking the how high and where after we've bid a couple of times back. Does this make sense to everybody? Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Right now, I'm having trouble remembering all the various rules.
Tell me that again. Say that again.
Say it makes sense, but right now I'm having trouble remembering all the rules.
Yeah, I know this. Yeah. So as long as it makes sense in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, let's look at a couple of examples in the book though. To kind of think about how we put this together. On page 136, page 136. I'm in the middle of the page there, and I'm looking at E in the middle of the page. Partner has opened a club, and it's our bid. Partner opened a club, and we have 4 hearts, we have 5 clubs, we have 8 total points plus 1 for length in clubs. So partner's opened a club, we're going to bid a heart. We've got 4 hearts. That's our first priority, is to bid hearts. Another example would be I, which is in the right-hand column. In that example, we've got 12 high card points, partners open clubs, our turn to bid. Here we bid 2 no trump, because we've got 10 to 12 points, a balanced hand, and we do not have a 4-card major, which would be what we would want to have to bid a major suit. We don't have that. We bid no trump if we're kind of balanced. So they are. Notice in the first hand that I described, where it went 1 club, 1 heart by us, we are open. I've got at least, from my partner's point of view, I've got at least 6 points, but I could have a bunch of points. I could have 18, 19 points. But I'm just going to start with 1 heart. In the second example I just used, where I bid 2 no trump, I have limited my hand, so partner can pass. The first example, 1 club, 1 heart, partner must bid again, because partner doesn't know anything about how high. If partner has 4 hearts, partner knows where now, right? Once we find a major suit we can agree on with 8 cards between us, that's the where question. But the how high, partner doesn't know. So if partner bid the club, I bid the heart, partner's going to have to bid again. And what he's going to do is, if he likes my hearts and he's a minimum hand, he'll just bid 2 hearts. Just raise my suit. If he has extra points, 16 to 18, he's going to jump in my suit. So 1 club, 1 heart, 3 hearts. That's 16 to 18 points, and he likes my hearts. Now that I know he has 16 to 18 points, if I have just 6 points and the hearts, I'll pass. But if I have 12 points and 4 hearts and he likes my hearts, I'll go to game. And that in that case, he's the first one that knew where, but I was the one that knew the how high because he limited his hand by jumping in my suit. In the second example we used, where it went 1 club, 2 no trump, I have limited my hand. So I'm not going to bid again unless partner makes some kind of bid that asks a question. Like if he bids a new suit or if he does anything else, after I've limited my hand, I don't have to bid again.
I have a question. I thought the priority was to support our partner's bid. So in the second example, we have 5 clubs.
Yes.
So why wouldn't we raise it to 2 clubs or 3 clubs?
Okay. In the second example, we only have 4 clubs. Okay. So then partner.
You're on page 136.
Page
letter I?
136, I.
Huh.
We've got 4 clubs.
Okay.
10, 8, 7, 5.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's a good question. Let's say I did have 5 little clubs. I'm still going to want to bid 2 no trump if my hand is pretty balanced the way this one is. Partner could just have 3 clubs, and I don't want to play in clubs if I don't have to. So if I know we've got a long club suit and I've got some good cards in the other suits, let's say if we took that little 5 of diamonds and scooted it over into the clubs so that I had some little clubs, like, it's the 3 of clubs or something, I would still bid 2 no trump with that hand. That's the most descriptive bid for my hand. I'm pretty balanced. I've got cards in the other suits. And so I would rather play 3 no trump than trying for 5 clubs or 5 diamonds.
Okay.
So that's why we would do that. Okay. Let's go over to the next page then and look at A. Page 138. We have opened 1 diamond with this hand, and partner has responded 1 heart. So let's look at the first situation here. We opened 1 diamond, partner said 1 heart, and we like that, right? Partner promised 4 hearts. We've got 4 hearts. So we want to tell him right away, yes, I like hearts. I've got hearts. So you want to raise to the appropriate level. Well, you are at a minimum bid. You have 13 to 15. This hand has 12 high card points plus 1 for length. So it is a minimum opening hand. So you were just going to bid 2 hearts, a minimum bid, but telling partner, yes, we have a fit in hearts. So the bidding for that one is 1 diamond to open, 1 heart from partner, 2 hearts from me. That limits my hand. Partner can now pass. If partner just has, 6 or 7 points and 4 hearts, he's going to pass. If he's got 13 points and 4 hearts, he's going to bid 4 hearts. He's going to go to game. So in this situation, we're, as the opener, limiting our hand. And this is the most common situation is because if partner bids a new suit, the first person to limit their hand is going to be the declarer. Because you're originally unlimited, partner bids a new suit, your next thing is to start narrowing your hand down. If we have a little bit more, and let's look at the next example. In the next example, B, we've got 12 high card points plus a void in spades. And when we are going to be the dummy, when partner has opened hearts and we have support for hearts, we are the dummy, we get to use those dummy shortness points. Well, if we're void in spades, if we have no spades, get to add 5 points for that. So this is 12 high card points plus 5 for length. So this hand is now worth 17 points. So when the bidding, I started out one diamond, partner bid one heart. I like the hearts. I can support hearts, and I've got 17 points. I'm going to be in this 16 to 18 point category. So I'm going to jump in hearts. So one diamond, one heart, three hearts. That's the jump that shows 16 to 18 points, support for hearts. Now, partner will decide if partner had a minimum 6 points with his heart bid. He bid one heart, but it doesn't promise a lot. It might, it doesn't promise a lot. He might pass because he's the one that knows at this point how high you go. You were the first one as the opener to know where you belonged. The where was in hearts. So you told him that by bidding hearts. But then he's going to be the one that knows out of his one heart bid, which could have been 6 to umpty points, he's going to now know you've got 17. He adds that to his. If it's 9 or 10 plus, he's going to bid game. If it's less than that, he's just going to pass because he's the one that needs to decide how high. This is how this bidding process works. You go back and forth until you find where you belong and how high you belong. Sometimes it's the opener that knows it first. Sometimes it's the responder that knows it first. Okay, questions on anything? What this requires is, because there's no way just talking about this and looking at a couple of examples, we can start putting this into our brain. So as you know, as we've discussed many times, you've got to play because you have to practice this, making these decisions about, oh, what's he telling me? What does this mean? What does that mean? Now, what do I do? What do I know overall about this hand? That is a lot to remember and think about, especially as you're starting out, because your brain's going, oh my God, this is too much stuff to remember. But after you've done it a while, it becomes a lot easier because you start seeing the patterns of when you bid something, then they decide something, then you know, or if you've limited your hand, then that's it. You start seeing where these limitations and the information goes back and forth. You just have to practice and do it wrong a few times. If you do it right every time, you know, either I taught you everything you needed to know, or you're not learning anything new.
Right.
More likely, you're not learning anything. So you need to practice a lot so you can get it. Okay, tomorrow we're discussing the last information that we'll get in the beginning bridge class, and that's the no trump bids and responses. We'll look at those tomorrow. Then our last class will be a chance for you to really start putting all this together and playing a lot of different hands so we can see the scenario. We'll actually play totally through a few hands, but we'll probably spend more time just bidding back and forth, whole bids, so you can see how this plays together, because that is, you know, that's the key to knowing how to do this. Does anybody have any questions for me?
For tomorrow, you told us not to read chapter 2, right?
That's right. That's right. What we're going to talk about is not what she discusses in chapter 2. In her discussion of no trump in chapter 2, she uses a very basic way of responding to one no trump opening bids. Her one no trump opening bids are the same, but the responses are going to be totally different. And the reason I don't use hers is a perfectly good explanation and use, but no one plays that way. Everybody uses the things you're going to learn tomorrow. And to me, there's no point in learning one system that you're going to have to change immediately. Even though it's a little bit harder what we're going to learn tomorrow, it's still very logical and I think easy to get. So that's why we do it that way. So yeah, don't spend you can read chapter 2, especially about opening one no trump, but the responses don't read, and the exercises at the back won't be too useful to you because all the responses will be wrong.
Okay. All right, great.
All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow then. Thanks for joining.
Thank
Thanks, Alex.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
But